Hi everyone, my name is Kevin, and today I want to talk about how you can make money on YouTube. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use examples from both my channel of how I've been able to monetize my content, and I'm also going to share examples from other channels that have also been able to implement these different techniques of making money on their channels. What we're going to do is I'm going to walk through these 7 different methods of earning money on YouTube. Starting at the top, these are the kind of the easiest approaches or easiest techniques that you could use to make money. And as we go down this list, they become more and more difficult where you need a larger fan base, you need more subscribers to be able to make money this way. But we're going to go through them one by one, and I'll talk about how you can start implementing these and how you can start monetizing your content on YouTube. So kicking off, this is kind of the most straightforward one, but this is making money off of your content from advertising revenue. And so the YouTube Partner Program, to be able to make money off of advertising on YouTube, they have a few requirements that you have to meet. The first one is you need at least 4,000 watch hours over the previous 12-month rolling period. So if we look at today and you look back 12 months ago, did your viewership view your videos for at least 4,000 hours? And that seems like a big number to begin with, but if you really put together some compelling and really valuable content, you'll find that you could very easily make it to that 4,000 number. So not only do you need 4,000 watch hours, but you also need at least 1,000 subscribers. So you need those two to be true, those two things to be true, before YouTube will consider you for the partner program. And so why do they even have those requirements? Why do you need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers? Well, what YouTube found is that when they allow people to monetize content below that threshold, that's where a lot of the bad actors came into the ecosystem, where people maybe put up illegal content or content that wasn't really that valuable or kind of questionable for advertisers, and it kind of detracted from all creators monetizing their content. So that's kind of the floor that they put in place. Now, once you get into the YouTube Partner Program, how much of the revenue do you actually keep? And so each kind of creator within YouTube will have their own terms with YouTube. I'm a relatively small YouTuber. I don't have all that many subscribers. And so I really have the base agreement with YouTube. And so here over on the side, you'll see that I keep 55% of the revenue. YouTube keeps 45%. YouTube keeps 45% because they're bringing the audience in, they're bringing in the platform, they're getting the advertisers in. And then I get 55% for putting content up that attracts people. Likely, as you become a bigger YouTuber, so imagine Roman Atwood or Paul Logan or Casey Neistat. So as you get bigger and bigger, you're pulling in more of the audience. You're getting more of the people to come back to the platform. And at that point, you can negotiate higher rates where perhaps you get 70% or up to 80% of the revenue, but you really need to have more bargaining power to be able to negotiate a higher percentage. I'm just a small minnow, and so I get the base amount here. So how does YouTube make money off of advertising? Well, there are a few different ways. One of them is within YouTube. Whenever you watch a video, if you've watched a lot of videos on YouTube, you'll see what's called a pre-roll video. These play before the video. YouTube will monetize that way. Sometimes you'll have mid-roll videos where if it's a longer video, you get an ad in the middle of the content. You also have display ads that show up alongside the content, where YouTube will also monetize that real estate. Sometimes you have ads appear below the video content, but they're constantly experimenting with different ways to make money off advertising. Now here's a view into my account. I personally make about, so if we look here, over a 28-day period, I made about a little over $300. So not really that much. I shouldn't leave my day job because I'm not making that much from YouTube. And so there, I can see how much money I make from YouTube. I make a little over $10 a day, so it covers lunch. When I look at all my videos, you can see which videos perform the best. In general, videos that are kind of advertising friendly, so you have family friendly content, it's not questionable content, those types of videos will be able to monetize the best, and those are the videos that advertisers are also willing to pay money to appear alongside. What's interesting too is you can see here, I see my ad revenue, so I get revenue anytime those pre-rolls play or the display ads show up. But over on the side, you also see YouTube premium revenue. YouTube has a premium subscription service where you don't see any ads. You get a cut of that subscription revenue when those people watch your videos. So that's kind of one additional way. You can see that the kind of general ad revenue is kind of much higher than the subscription revenue, but it does make up a decent chunk of the money that comes in. Another key way to make revenue on YouTube is to put affiliate links in your content. So here I put together a video on how to get Microsoft Office for free. I work at Microsoft, and I really just talked about what I work on at work. I work on Office.com. And what I did here is I inserted a link to Amazon where you can then purchase a subscription to O365. Now, in general, you could use the online product for free, but if you want the desktop apps on your machine, you can also purchase that from Amazon. And so there's a link right down there. In terms of what happens is if someone clicks on that link and they end up buying something, I get a commission. It doesn't affect the price that someone pays who clicks on that. So whether you click on that or not, you would see the same price on Amazon. Here if I log into Amazon, so that contributes about, typically on a monthly basis, about 10 to 20 extra dollars on top of that 300 that I see. Around the holidays or kind of the key shopping seasons, I see that number go up as people are more likely to spend money and to purchase, but here in the summer months, it's kind of dipped down a little bit. But here you'll see like the second line, I sold a subscription to Office. I also did a video on the Fitbit, and I periodically sell replacement bands for the Fitbit, or I sell Fitbit devices. I love this, by the way. But that's one additional way to make money via affiliate links. Now, a third way that I've also done is you can license your content. An example of that, so I put together a video of Bellevue, Washington. I live in Seattle. Bellevue is a small town outside of Seattle. They have a number of buildings, but what I did is I took my drone out there, I flew above, got some beautiful shots of the city. I also took my camera and kind of walked through the city, got a whole bunch of nice street shots. But I had the Visit Bellevue Association, I had a law firm, I had a bunch of different companies come out to me who wanted to license my content, to use it on their website, to use it in trade shows, to be able to use it in different marketing collateral that they have. And then we were able to work out a price that they would pay for this content. And this actually has turned out being a fairly large chunk of revenue that I've collected just on licensing different footage that I have. I also had a fireworks video that I did of the Space Needle for New Year's Eve, and CBS wanted to use that footage on a segment they were doing on fireworks. So there are a lot of different companies who are willing to license and pay you to be able to use your footage, especially if you pull together, say, travel videos or landscape type shots. Those are the types of things that people are kind of very likely to want to license. Another way is getting patrons. You could think of this example back, say in the Shakespeare days. You would have rich aristocrats who would like their own symphony, or they want say an opera created, and they would pay money to have a creator create content. And on YouTube, that same idea exists. You have a website called Patreon, which is very similar, where every time, say you put a video out, you could have your followers pay $1, or you could give exclusive first look access to your content, and people will be willing to pay money for that. Patreon is one of the big examples of that, but that's another way you can make money beyond just advertising and beyond affiliate links, where people who value your content pay for it. The next thing that we're going to look at is selling merchandise, and this is something where if you have a lot of loyal subscribers, people who really value your content, and they're really crazy about your brand that you've created online, you can really sell your merchandise. And I think Roman Atwood does a good example of this. He has this brand that he kind of pushes on all his videos of Smile More. And so here, if you go to his store, he really pushes that with sweaters, hats that you could buy. Here, a phone case that you could buy, and so he's paying some amount of money for this merchandise, but then he keeps a cut of that. I haven't personally done that. I'm not sure if people want to wear a T-shirt that says Kevin Strapper, big blow up of my face on the shirt. But maybe once I get to the point where I have more subscribers, maybe there's a market for it. We'll see. Let me know if you want a Kevin T-shirt in the comments down below, and we'll consider something like that. Another person is Paul Logan. Here you see on the top in his banner, he's sporting kind of his goods in here. Within his videos, you'll also notice that within his videos he puts a link to his store, and then if you click through, you get his store where you can then buy all his different materials. So they really make you feel like you're part of that brand and get you excited about buying his merchandise. So aside from that, you also have, this is kind of going, in terms of difficulty, this is even more difficult now, where you need a very large kind of base, but getting sponsorships, especially if you have kind of a niche area that people are very kind of avid followers of, you could likely get a sponsor. In this example, Wendover Productions, this is a video series that I watch a lot. They put together videos on kind of interesting topics. This particular one is how do airports make money? But what you'll see is Squarespace is one of his sponsors. He also has a few other companies. But he'll, at the beginning of each video for about 15 seconds, he'll pitch Squarespace. At the end of the video, he'll pitch Squarespace. And then the middle is just kind of his standard content that he puts together. But Squarespace is really supporting the creation of that content. But that's also something where you need kind of a bigger subscriber base to make that a realistic option for you. And then really the last one, this is kind of once you've really made it on YouTube and once you have a real big base of subscribers, you can pull this off, but getting speaking engagements. If you watch Casey Neistat at all, he has just shy of 10 million subscribers. When you watch this video, he might well have over that. But he's a pretty big vlogger where he puts together videos of his day, what's been going on. And what he's been able to do is, because he has so much fame and he has so many followers, different events are willing to pay him money to come and speak about his experience, to speak about, you know, how he went about creating the channel, how he gained subscribers, just his life experience, more of a motivational type speaker. But that's worked very well for Casey Neistat, and some other YouTubers have done that as well. And so really those are kind of the 7 key ways to make money on YouTube, starting with advertising revenue all the way down to being able to conduct speaking engagements. If there are any ways that I missed on how to make money on YouTube, feel free to comment down below and share those different ways of making money on YouTube. Anyway, hopefully you found this valuable. If you're also an aspiring creator on YouTube, best of luck making money. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see future videos like this, please hit that subscribe button, and that way you'll get a notification anytime new content like this comes out. Thanks a lot.